Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of Travel Insights. Today we have with us Paras Lakhia, Executive Director, Uniglobe Utopia Travels Private Limited, Ahmedabad. Those of you who are seeing him on screen must be wondering how dare I call him a veteran, considering he looks like a college-going kid with a lady killer smile. But believe me, Paras is a veteran and has been around in the travel and tourism industry for 25 years, having started his career in 1995 with Sita World Travels, which was one of the leading travel names in the industry at that time. Post his journey with Sita in the year 1999, Paras ventured out to start his own company, Utopia Travels at Ahmedabad, along with his wife Rupal, who, by his own admission, has been a rock-solid support to him right through. After over 20 years in the industry, Utopia Travels, which is also an associate of the Uniglobe Global Travel Partnership Program, is one of the leading names in corporate travel, MICE, and customized holidays. They strongly focus on delivering personalized service and specialize in delivering an end-to-end travel solution to the corporate client. Paras is also an active member of TAI, Travel Agents Association of India. He has been the chairman of the Gujarat chapter for 4 years and is currently part of the National Managing Committee of the association and heads the Airline Council as its chairman. So welcome, Paras. It's great to have you here with us today.
Thank you very much, Amish. Thank you for the lovely, kind introduction. Yeah, so as you rightly said, I've been in this industry since 1995, and 25 years is a long time actually. It's been a very interesting and evolving journey, I would say, so far. So after I finished my graduation in 93, I tried out a couple of businesses which were very diverse in nature. One was trading of dyes and a gift article shop. But it was not long before I realized that this is not something that appeals or is of interest to me. So then I joined as an operations executive as a fresher in 95 in the travel industry. And later moving on to, as you said, Sita Travels, couple of other companies, where I learned and gained a lot of knowledge about the nuances of travel. So it was in 99 when me and my better half Rupal, coincidentally that was the same year we got married also, that we decided to start our own travel business. So in the beginning, we physically wrote down those tickets and plated those tickets and went to deliver those tickets personally to the clients. A lot of hands-on work that we did growing our business. And it was a time when pagers were in use. I'm sure you know better than me.
Yes.
And we used to, that was the first pager that I had. And later we graduated to those mobile phones. So one of the most expensive phones was the banana phone. We fondly used to call it the banana phone, the sliding phone. It used to open and call charges were 16 rupees a minute when it started. Yeah. So we have together grown this business since then, actually, to what it is right now. When we started with corporate travel, when we started our own business and gradually added holidays to our service offerings. We also ventured out into MICE tours and have been strongly focusing on it along with corporate travel. In 2007, we tied up with a Uniglobe Travel TMC, which actually helped us in giving us a global platform.
Right.
And fortunately got a chance to take leadership position with TAI in the chapter level and now as a managing committee member at the national level. So it has that responsibility actually has also helped me grow in multiple ways. Like it has helped me gain a lot of knowledge globally, given a lot of recognition, helped in my personal growth, and also given an opportunity to connect with some wonderful human beings and people like you, with whom I have made very good friendships actually. So I think to sum it up, I would say that it's been a sort of a roller coaster journey in this 25 years, but it's been a very interesting, passionate, evolving and an exciting one, I would say.
So now, again, coming back to the whole fact that you've been around for 25 years, what are the kind of shifts you have seen in, the demands and the needs and the preferences of customers per se, whether they are corporate customers or individuals? What are the changes you have seen over the years?
I think huge change, huge shifts, I would say. The business of travel has seemed to have taken several 360-degree swirls, I would say. And we as travel consultants have to constantly keep evolving. So I feel the consumers were more dependent. If I go to say 20 years back, and would go by whatever advice we as travel agents would give them actually. So consumer demands were very simple in terms of booking their ticket or booking a hotel. I think aviation also 20 years back had fewer players. So their offerings were also very, very simple. It's become a lot more complex now in terms of offerings by the suppliers as well. As we go to see, there are so many complex offerings and they are broken up into bits and pieces, which whereby we need to gain knowledge about each and everything. So consumer expects us to have every bit of knowledge, be in terms of airline flights or the destinations they want to travel. Like a customer will want to know that if he's traveling to Fiji, then what exactly are the activities? Now, how can a travel consultant, all of them would have traveled to Fiji and you have to describe it as if you have been there and you have experienced it. So it's a lot more complex and a lot more demanding, that I would say right now. Competition was also a lot lesser if you go to see amongst the travel agents as compared to what it is now, which has added to a lot of pressure on the bottom line of everyone, I would say. So also thinking about technology, it has played a very important role in shaping the travel business, and is going to play, I think, even a more important role as we move forward from here. So in the current scenario, consumers have got the reach to every bit of information because of internet and technology. So there is no margin for error being a travel consultant today. Even if you slip out on mentioning something to the consumer is going to bring forward to you as if he is the consultant. So you need to be an expert in the subject when dealing with the consumer to make him feel the need for you. We can't afford to make the consumer feel that he can manage the travel without us. So that is very important. And the team needs to understand that. The team needs to constantly keep on upgrading their skills and knowledge for that. So I think adding value to the expertise that we possess plays a very key role in satisfying the needs of the customer.
So basically, it's the expertise that you have as the consultant, which is the value add as compared to technology. Technology is, do you feel it's going to be the what the customer is going to use forever, or is he still going to come back to an agent to ask for his expertise, his knowledge, and depend on that?
Let me just try to take a different example. Say, what medicine we should take in case of a headache or a stomach ache is available on Google. But what medicine we should take if we have fever is available on Google. But still, as a patient or as a suffering person who suffers that, does go to a doctor because he feels that what the doctor can offer in terms of advice is something unparalleled, and we should pay and still take that consultancy. So I think our roles has to be more of an expert consultant, whereby we need to possess that knowledge and skills to show or portray to our clients that, see, whatever is available online, be it through internet and technology, but it doesn't add that flavor or touch what I can give you. What I can add value when you travel is something totally different. So now to make that feel, we need to uplift ourselves. Right. And technology definitely moving forward is going to play an important role, be it the consumer or be it us as our businesses. Consumer is going to move on technology, and we need to befriend technology in our businesses, adapt technology in our businesses, and move ahead with technology by adding that flavor of personalization and human touch.
Now coming to the mice segment. Now, I guess when you started in 1995, mice was really not something big, and it's something which has grown and was born, probably not really born, but discovered in a way by travel agents towards the early part of 2000. So what have been the major shifts in terms of the kind of demands and needs even of the mice clients? How has the business picked up, and what are the trends? What are the innovations by the industry as a whole, and also by your organization?
So I distinctly remember that I did my first group in 2001, which was to Hong Kong, Macau, and Shenzhen. And I had honestly, I traveled as a tour escort with them, and I had didn't have much clue about it at that time. Me and my wife actually both traveled with the group. It was a group of around 70 people.
Wow.
And it was a wonderful experience. Macau, one of the places, they didn't get Indian dinner, and my wife had to go in the kitchen to cook one of the meals for them, for the 70 people, cook one of the meal for them Indian. So I think, but MICE since then has grown a lot over the last few years. As for the numbers, what I read was more than 20% of the tourist trips right now worldwide fall under the MICE category. And this segment is ever growing. So incentive movements, meetings, conferences, product launches, and the latest trend, destination weddings, are a huge rise. MICE travel, especially happening abroad, is seeing a large upward trend, according to me, due to a certain international destinations which are offering at a very reasonable price compared to certain destinations within India. So more and more people are wanting to have destination weddings, which I think is a fashion trend right now. And talking about, say, if we go to see the difference between traditional tourism and MICE tourism, I think traditional tourism normally happens during the holidays and the festivals, when we have family holidays, the kids' schools are off. So it happens during specific time. Whereas MICE is very random. It usually happens when during the low seasons, because they look for the low cost. The corporates look for the low cost and they want to send in bulk. So I think it happens during the low season. They are more flexible to travel. And MICE tourists also normally spend more on shopping and leisure activities, which surely helps the destination's development. So I think a few trends which I can highlight in MICE tourism, which can be focused on, we need to focus on customization in MICE also.
And you mentioned newer destinations. How good are they in handling large groups like this? Or are they also in the learning process? Are they also developing? Or are they already ready for large groups like this? Say you say 400 people. Thailand, of course, the agent would absolutely be used to it. But would a person in Bulgaria be able to handle a group of 400?
Okay, so I think these newer destinations are new for India. It's not that they are totally new for MICE. Means there is another segment worldwide which is traveling to those places also. They probably would not be as popular as Paris, London, or Bali, or Dubai, or Singapore, example. But still, they are geared up to, they have hotels, they have wonderful infrastructure, wonderful facilities to take care of it. But we definitely need to do a proper research before we suggest also, and after planning the trip also, because we need to know exactly what can be done for our Indian clients.
Right. So now coming to the current situation, which is the COVID-19, which is like really hit the industry bad. How are you as, firstly as a company, handling the situation at your end, and what do you see coming up in the future, especially in the MICE segment? Where do you think the future is going to be, where that segment is concerned?
It would be a lie to say that no, anyone particularly is not affected. So COVID-19 has surely affected everyone globally and hit very, very badly and taken by shock and surprise. I think travel and tourism is one of the worst affected, we all know. And though domestic aviation has started almost a month back, since 25 May, but we are hardly seeing any movement except that of the people who are stuck or displaced, or some emergency travel happening here and there. So I think, according to me, all stakeholders collectively need to do efforts to instill the positivity and confidence in the mind of the travelers. Till the travelers have that fear or hesitation in their mind, travel is not going to revive. So we need to do campaigns which boost confidence for travel to revive. Medicine is going to take its own time. There are people doing research on that. Vaccine is going to take its own time. We do not need to worry on that part. What we can do in our hands is to instill the positivity. We can try and do campaigns to inform the consumers or the travelers that with precautions it is safe to travel. You can travel. You can't tell them that, okay, go to USA, Canada, or a Canadian Rockies trip tomorrow, or probably in August. But definitely gradually, as we were talking, that short self-drive distances travel can happen. So talking about our organization, like what we did first thing was to brief our team of the current situation, the consequences we are facing, and how long do I foresee or do we foresee that this is going to last. They need to be understood clearly. So we try to involve them as a part of the family. Moreover, we also explain them about our organization's present current situation and what we need to do to stand strong till it lasts. So we involve them by showing the clear picture, and we did some restructuring definitely at our end to survive longer on the reserves that we have. Everyone needs to work that out according to their own establishment cost and their reserves. We haven't gone in for any retrenchments as of now, and I feel that would be the last option in the current scenario. If I retrench somebody, that person does not have anywhere to go. So till I can support each and every member of my team with whatever reserves I have, I think that is what we have decided to go for. Besides that, we have been in regular connect with our team and keep them inspired and involved in learning new knowledge and skills. Loads and loads of webinars happening. Now we have told them to select, pick and choose according to really something of interest which adds more value, more knowledge to them. So together as a team, we are also brainstorming on new avenues within travel. This we have been doing. So there are a lot of things in travel. Now, talking about what is connected to travel, say student visa. Now we were never doing that. Can we look at it? Immigration visa. We were never doing that. Can we look at it? Maybe visitor visa and business visa might not start for the next 6 months or 8 months. Then can we look at certain avenues like this where we can try and involve our existing human resources and try and make the ball rolling faster for us? Say domestic travel insurance. International insurance might not be going on for the next 4-6 months. I don't know. So domestic travel insurance, something like that. So we have been brainstorming on such avenues, and also looked at how can we also increase our revenues with our existing clients and businesses. Can we go back and talk to them? Let's see, this is a time when we need to handhold each other. We have been your trusted partner, always supported you. Right now we are in need probably, and we are providing more services. There is more role to play for us. All tickets will have to be web checked in. We are going to do all that work for you, sir. Can we look at some a little better service charge, maybe for a minimum period of time, some period of time? So we have been trying to do this. I firmly believe that if we understand and cooperate strongly as a team together right now, we shall come out of it more stronger and better. We need to be positive, patient and innovative, I think, in this time. And most importantly, I think we need to be adaptable is the key word I would like to stress here. More relevant and adaptable. That whatever is thrown to you, now if the bowler throws a googly, you are able to play. If he throws a bouncer, you are able to duck. Means you have to be adaptable in whatever situation you are thrown in. Make good use of this time, I would say, to create opportunities out of the adversity.
What about MICE? What do you think is the future of MICE, considering large group travel is still something which people are not very comfortable with?
I think MICE shall surely take some more time compared to the business travel in the short duration trips, tourism trips, I would say. To start with, we should focus on domestic travel, like international travel to short haul destinations, point to point, I would say, and business travel. But the most important key to reviving faster, as I said, is to pass on messages of positivity, because corporates also, each and every person who is a traveler, who look forward to travel, wants to travel without fear and not with a stress in mind that when I land over there will be a problem of corona, what will happen, quarantine, no quarantine, institutional quarantine, home quarantine, all that stuff. So I think those campaigns need to be done, and I think it's like we have to apply medicine when we get hurt. A different example. If we don't apply medicine, it will take more time to recover. But if we apply medicine, it will be better and faster for us to recover. So these positivity campaigns and confidence booster messages, I think, are a type of medicine for the traveler.
Now coming to your role in TIE, you have been a leader, being the chairman for 4 years at the Gujarat chapter, and now at the National Managing Committee. The one question which I always ask all the office bearers, anyone who I talk to about, what makes you all so passionate about Thai? What is there in Thai that makes you so passionate? All of you.
I think it's how we take our roles and responsibilities. Like when we are not there at the forefront, we look forward to change. We look forward to people telling people that this should be done in this way. You are not doing this properly. Now, when we ourselves want something to change, then we should be ready to come forward and be a party to it. So, and when you decide to come forward and be a party to it, I think your commitment level should be high. You should be serious about what you want to do, which means that now handling the airline counts. I was given this portfolio in November or December, and fortunately or unfortunately, COVID-19 strikes in February. Fortunately, the reason I say that word is that it made me popular.
But it also put you into, gave you a lot of work to do. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, because there's a lot of responsibility right now that is thrown on me, which I was never doing actually. So there's a lot of new learning that has happened in this. So and it's no point me taking this role and responsibility if I'm not wanting to answer to those people who are in stress, who are in problem, who have issues and concerns. So, and a Thai, with high respects, it's one of the best associations I've got associated with. One of the best set of people I've come across who are highly committed, I would say. And at any given point, when there are people around you who show high levels of commitment, you yourself raise your level also. You yourself feel that I need to perform. It's not that makes me perform, but I strongly personally as a human being feel that whatever you do, you should do it with your full passion. You should do it with full interest. You should do it with full justice. At the end, you succeed or not, it is a different thing. But you go out with a satisfaction in your mind that after 2 years or 1 year or whatever your role, you did whatever best you could for the travel fraternity.
And what, according to you, is the role which Thai can play now, post-COVID, till the time we come back into a kind of stage of revival and then growing further ahead? What is the kind of role which you foresee for an association to play in this situation?
I think Thai is doing a fantastic job right now also. It has been though it might not be visible to all the members of Thai right now, but we have been trying to communicate whatever best we can, that what is happening, what we are doing, how hard it is to try and break through with during this time with the ministry, with the suppliers, where travel and tourism has not got that sort of importance as an industry. So we have been fighting tooth and nail right now for the benefit of the members to try and get them out of this trouble and this pandemic right now. Unfortunately, government has not heeded to our request of handholding this industry, but we are trying our best to talk aggressively with the suppliers to so that there can be solutions coming out for the members. So these are the few things as Thai as an association we are doing. I think going forward it will be very, very important for Thai to handhold and give some sort of confidence to its small and medium agencies through probably such webinars, through probably certain sessions, because there'll be a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of fear in the mind, because people foresee that for the next 6 to 12 months they are going to be out on zero revenue, and how are they going to support themselves and their teams. So I think moving forward, this is something which Thai as an association will be focusing and should do.
Wow, those are really noble thoughts. Thank you so much, Paras. It's been a pleasure having a chat with you, but before we end, any parting comments from your end?
Yeah, sure. So I think, as I said in between also, like, we need to be very, very positive, be patient and future ready. We shall surely survive and revive out of this situation if we have the will and commitment to do whatever it takes. and would like to reiterate here that a bend in the road is not the end of the road. There will be a light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep moving forward, my friends.
Great. Thank you so much, Paras. That's a real positive message to end on. And it's been a pleasure having a chat with you. And let's hope that things become better and we can meet in person and have a chat further. Thank you very much.
It's always a pleasure to meet you, Amish. You, honestly speaking, no boasting, but you have been a wonderful person. One of the very good, I consider one of the very good friend whom I found because of Thai.
Thank you so much, Paras. And for all our viewers there, I hope you enjoyed the session today. And if you did, please don't forget to click on like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay safe.